He was considered untouchable. For years, he dismantled every challenger who dared to face him, wearing the crown as his birthright. This is the story of Jon Jones, the most dominant champion of his generation. But on September 21st, 2013, in Toronto, a man arrived who refused to acknowledge the legend. A man who didn't just come to fight, but came to show the world that every god has a price, and even the greatest can be pushed to the breaking point. The rivalry between these two fighters was obvious even before they touched gloves. At the press conference, they refused to look away from each other, radiating hostility. Jon Jones had long carried the aura of an unbeatable champion. His record, his dominance, and his ability to dismantle every challenger had made many believe he was untouchable. Yet on that night, Alexander Gustafsson proved otherwise. Known for his sharp boxing background, Gustafsson showcased precision footwork, smooth head movement, and a steady jab that repeatedly found its mark. He connected with a volume of clean punches that no one had ever landed on Jones before, forcing the champion to look vulnerable for the first time. From the opening rounds, Jones tried to impose his signature weapons: long, oblique kicks aimed at Gustafsson's lead leg and sharp kicks to the body. At one point, he stretched the rules, extending his fingers dangerously close to Gustafsson's eye, a tactic that has often brought him criticism. Gustafsson, however, refused to be intimidated. He countered with combinations, cut angles around Jones's reach, and even scored a historic takedown, becoming the first man to drag Jones to the canvas. Although he didn't pursue ground control, the symbolic moment sent shockwaves through the crowd. The fight itself was a war of attrition. Gustafsson's attempts to pressure Jones along the cage, mixing jabs with overhand rights, surprised many analysts. Several times he caught Jones stepping backward and forced him to absorb flush punches that visibly staggered him. Jones, in turn, attempted brutal kicks to the body and a few risky good kicks, though they mostly missed their target in the early stages. Momentum shifted midway through the contest. In the third round, Jones unleashed a spinning elbow that landed perfectly on Gustafsson's temple. From that moment, the tide changed. Gustafsson's movement slowed, his guard began to slip, and the champion found openings with straight lefts and elbows in close range. By the fourth round, Jones had regained control, punishing Gustafsson every time he lingered in striking distance. The fifth round was brutal. Gustafsson, battered and exhausted, swayed on his feet like a tree bent by the wind, yet he refused to quit. He still threw desperate combinations, attempting to steal the round. But Jones's relentless output broke him down. When the final horn sounded, both men raised their hands, battered but defiant. The judges awarded Jones the decision, but his face told the real story. This was not a routine victory. It was a triumph earned through pain, one that proved even the most dominant champion